so
now tell me who love music more than I do. You see, I met her on the track, she ain't fuck with my dudes. Freestyling off the rack, about to fuck up my cool. Reapproached her like a Mac, now baby, what's up with you? We grew close about an hour, often rap when I shower. Others tried to spit, but I'm the freshest baby powder. She my genie with Houdini, told me the truth about friends. So when it came to my lady, I was loose with my end. Before the games at the park, we often played together. Let her whisper in my ears when we laid together. Joined at the hip like we were made together. Time to make this thing official, ain't no way this gon' sever. See, I made her my wife off a marriage tour. That's my queen, blue carpet, bring the carriage to her. We made beautiful sounds in secluded places. Others would often listen and the looks on their faces was priceless. Thinking to myself, I like this, but now she out of control, so I'm like, alright then, damn. Changing up is all brash to me, and these new niggas she with are all trash to me. In the room, literally, I smash them all. I'm the last, and with that said, they won't last at all. Nah, it's all about $1, they just using her. They won't love her like I love her, they just used to her. Disgust, get in shame, I shake my head and put my chin down. I love her, but I'm through. I toss my paper, put my pen down.
Music makes me feel fine.
Welcome back to Unpopular Honesty. My name is Cornbread Capone, and for this episode, we are taking it back to the Pear Orchard. Pear Orchard at its finest. My special guest today is family. When I was young, I looked up to the man because he was very cool. He mastered the courts, the microphone, and now cigars. And if you don't know who I'm talking about none other than Reggie P. What's going on, man?
What it is, man. Honored to be here on this platform. It's a beautiful thing you're doing for the city, for the culture, educating people in different levels. A lot of things you've been putting on your show. A lot of people didn't know about our area. So I appreciate you for doing that. So it's an honor to be here to chop it up with you, man, like we always do behind the curtains, but now it's on screen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Well, let's take them all the way back. When did you start with the music thing?
Music for me started in poetry. About the 4th, 5th grade, I got addicted to poetry. I learned internal rhyming, onomatopoeia, and the different rhyme schemes, not just the nursery rhyme, the line A rhyme with line B type shit. So that intrigued me to put rhymes and poetry together with maybe internal rhyming, line A and C rhyming, where B and D rhyming, or A and D rhyming while B and C's rhyming, or you got internal rhyming throughout the whole thing. You know, that intrigued me to push the limit on it. So I wrote a whole poetry book in the 5th grade. Now I say about 12 years old, I wrote my first full 3/16 rap, hook and everything. You know, that's the first time I pen to paper a song. You know, so I say 12, but music, poetry, it all goes back to the 4th and 5th grade.
Man. And when you were in high school, did you ever have a rap battle with anybody? Was there a rap battle that you had back then?
It was all on that corner, you know.
Oh, okay.
Paradise and Sarah Street on that sewage drain.
Okay.
You know, we go at it, freestyle for days, and you had to come with it, or you stepped off that sewage drain. And first it started off as a circle. 4 or 5 of us on that circle going. You'd have been there. You know what I'm talking about. So we going. And then when you feel like you ain't got enough to compete no more, you step out and keep going. And last man standing is the king of the castle of that day. And then just continue on day after day after day after. In the wintertime, that's the warmest spot. That's how it started. That's the warmest spot with the heat coming out the drain. So we all huddle up on there with our starter jackets on and spit off the dome for hours. You know, you come up with that repeat shit, you gotta move on. So you gotta be fresh with it, you gotta be quick with it. You gotta come back with what somebody else saying and top them. Or if I feel you falling off, I'm gonna pick up with the last line you rhymed and I'm gonna keep going with it. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it all started at right there, on that Paradise and Sarah Street in the Arches.
Yeah. Well, when did you create Ghost Town?
Ghost Town, I say 98, 99, sometime around there. You had City Slick, King Cross, Chino, Flake. They were already rapping. Cross would come to my house and rap, make tapes at the house in the manor. And then he brought me some of their shit. And I'm forgetting somebody, man. I don't want to forget nobody, but I'm forgetting somebody. Anyway, they come through and I jammed their shit. So I decided to put some money behind them. And we created a studio in my house. Well, first I moved on MLK. And we recorded a few things there. And then I bought a house on Wilbur Street in South Park. We put a studio in one of the rooms. And eventually we put the studio on West Virginia Street.
Right.
And that's really the birth of Ghost Town that people know it as. That Virginia Street upstairs. So I say 98, 99, sometime around there. That's when the idea started rolling. Now, the name Ghost Town, what a lot of people don't know, is really Beaumont, Texas. Because if you're coming from Houston, San Antonio, anywhere, I-10 passed right through Beaumont. You gotta come through Beaumont.
Right.
But nobody really knew what Beaumont was because we ain't have no tourist attractions. You know, you pass through here going to New Orleans or whatever, they treated us like a ghost town. You know what I'm saying? And so we was like, fuck it. We beneath the surface with Ghost Town Entertainment. And that's how Ghost Town, the name, came about.
How many releases did Ghost Town have? Do you remember?
We had Beneath the Surface Volume 1, Volume 2. Then I had a project. We had me and CAP had a project, DHG, From Pawns to Kings. Then I had a double CD, you know. It was called, I ain't never released it, but it's completed. It was completed. It's called, what's the name of that damn project? It's a double entendre on the names. That's why I can't think of it. But anyway, the double CD represented, one CD was for strictly business. Personal business, that was the name of it, Personal Business. It's Volume 1 and 2. Volume 1 was strictly business. Volume 2 was This Time Is Personal.
Right.
Volume 1 was for the masses, for the public. It was more raps and everything.
Right.
Volume 2, This Time Is Personal, was for me.
Right.
It was made for me, by me. So if you liked it, cool. If you didn't like it, it wasn't for you anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's why it was double CD.
Well, do you remember all the artists that it's probably hard to remember every artist that came through there, but do you remember all the artists who came through there?
Man, if I say all, no. I know we had some artists from Louisiana came through. Some guys that were signed in California came through, Philadelphia. Local artists, of course, we had you, Cornbread, Nino. Y'all came did y'all thing in there. Of course, I had my girl Kiki D,
Right.
Suge Kane,
Right.
CAP, Solo, City Slick, King Cross, Chino, Flake, Kevin the Prince, Rob G. We had we had them boys out of Sunlight Manor come through. You know, we had a handful of fellas from the North End. We had them South Park boys come through every now and then. We did some stuff with Jebediah. We did some stuff with out of H-Town. We did some stuff with the Dead End Boys. Fat Pat and them from. We mixed up with them. Shit, it was a lot, man. That little area blessed a lot of sound. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We had a lot of people come through. A lot of people vibe with us. We was different on the streets, you know, and each of us collectively had our own style. But together, the shit was magic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To this day, and we still working. We still chopping it up. You know, we got a whole new studio, City Limits studio. You know, and
Yeah.
it's some magic that's in a City album is done. We just waiting for him to finish with the legalities and everything, and it's dropping on major platforms. You're gonna find it on Spotify and Pandora and all that other shit. You know, Apple Music, Google Play.
That's what's up, man.
It's too easy to get this money, not to get this money.
Yeah.
But everybody have other business ventures right now. So
Right.
it's hard to get us all in one place at one time. But when we do get together, I'll let you hear some shit. When we do get together, it's that same old magic, just on a whole nother level, because we grown-ups now.
Yeah.
So we got real shit to talk about, life experiences. It ain't all that bullshit, shoot 'em up, bang, bang. It's about, you know, we did a song when George Floyd dropped, which you were supposed to drop the video. We just ain't get the mix, the master back in time. And we talking politics, we talking street game, we got Texas swing, we got nationwide shit. It's just, we ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere, man.
Man, that's good to hear, man, because we need real music out here. So I got to ask you these the hip-hop questions.
I know you. I already know where we're about to go.
Because we from the same era of, we from the same era of hip-hop. So does Reggie P have a top 5?
I could answer that in multiple ways. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you all my answers. That way it could be clear. Now, when we say top 5, I got my top 5 greatest. I got my top 5 favorite. I got my top 5 new artists. I got my top 5 female MCs. I got a top 5 groups. So how you want to hear it?
I'm going to go top 5 greatest. And I'm interested to hear new artists too.
Okay.
I'm going to try that one. So greatest, then new artists.
Let's do it like this. My top 5 greatest MCs. And when I say greatest MCs, I'm not talking about rappers. I'm talking about lyricists.
Right.
So, Rakim. You got KRS-One. 3000. You know, you can't forget that Andre 3000. He ain't never dropped an album, but what come out his mouth is gold, you know?
Yeah.
I can't forget Nas. And how many is that? 4?
That's 4.
Scarface.
Scarface.
He
Definitely.
slept on him because he's from the South. And he
Definitely.
ain't get that nationwide notoriety, but the streets know face. The real know face. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The radio stations might not play face, but face is face.
Yeah.
And he gonna spit that shit every time. You know?
Okay.
Now,
New artists.
New artists.
Ooh-wee.
New artists. Look here, man. You got that J. Cole.
Okay.
You got
Okay.
Lil Baby. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
I ain't in no particular order. No particular order. I can't
Okay.
put these guys in no particular order. But you got Lil Baby. When he's spitting, he's spitting. You just gotta listen to what the fuck he's saying. He's spitting. You
Okay.
know? You got, I can't forget Crit, man.
Yeah.
You know? Crit. Kendrick don't show up enough, but when he show up, he show out.
Yeah.
So you gotta give Kendrick his due.
Right.
Mac Miller gone, but he's cold ass game spitter, man.
Right.
Mac Miller give you what you need when you need it. Propane out of H-Town.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on propane. You know? Shit. That's down there when it comes to new artists. That's all I really listen to right there, man.
Okay. Something different, you know what I'm saying?
Now, my top 5 favorite, It's just to shake the game up.
Yeah.
You know, because my style my style is a derivative of Rakim, Ice Cube, and Scarface.
Okay.
That's where my style comes from.
Okay.
So if you listen to my music, you hear them three meshed together, plus a little spice of my own.
Right.
So I got them three as my favorites. DLC. His career was short-lived. You know, he dropped 3 albums, but one is well known, and that's a classic motherfucker, his first album.
Yeah.
You know, DLC could spit. And Nasir Jones. That dude there, he's just special. You know.
Yeah. How did you get into the cigar business?
Smoking. You know what I'm saying? I smoke. I love cigars. I became a connoisseur, aficionado of cigars. I know them inside and out. The wrappers, the fillers, all that. I turned people on to cigars. Then working at ExxonMobil, we went through that 10-month lockout. And so I decided not to let nobody dictate how I get my money. I always been a hustler, always been a grinder. So I got out there and started my own cigar business besides the other businesses I got going. And cigar business, I got a 4150 cigars, which I could explain the 4150. I got the 4150 clothing. Also, this logo on my head represents the cigars and the clothing, 4150. You know, you'll see it on the side also, 4150. That's the homestead, 4150 Goliad, my grandmother's house. That's where we're from. But also it has a deeper meaning. 4, forever, 1, 5, family, 0 is eternity, forever, for eternity. 1 family forever. You know what I'm saying?
That is cold.
And
How
it's
you
all-
did that and
it's
how you
all-
put that together.
You know, hey, man, that's me though. You know me. So, but then I decided to start you got cigar clubs all over. So I decided to start a mobile cigar business where I pop up on you. You know, we might be at a lounge, which shout out to Twin at Culture Lounge. You can find us at Culture Lounge. Me and Twin do big things down there. Twin is growing in this area. He's from this area and giving back to this community. So we need to get out there and support that boy. You know what I'm saying? So you might find me at an anniversary party, a graduation party, a wedding, just fellas hanging, you know. And then other people start doing the same thing. So I decided, why not start my own blend? Create my own cigar. So I got with some guys I just left from the factory not too long ago. That's why we couldn't connect earlier.
Right.
I actually went to the factory and watched these guys from Cuba actually roll these cigars that we have on the table. You know?
Wow.
So, and this one right here, the one I'm smoking, is going to be the 4150 brand. That's going to be my cigar, and we're going to be able to push that nationwide, worldwide.
That's real.
And
man.
this is another one that we're going to test out. This is called a shaggy foot. You see how the foot hanging out and it's still shaggy.
Right.
It's not wrapped all the way down. And we may be pushing this one, but I got to taste test this one, make sure that's what we want to do. But this one is a go. This is the first thing you're going to see from us when it comes to 4150 cigars with our band on it, our rapper, our representation, you know.
Right.
And as we speak right now, me and my partners, we're working on some infused. We're just trying to get the flavors right of what we want. So we will also have infused cigars for people that like flavor smoke.
Right.
Yeah, but smoking, to make the long story short, smoking is how I got into this game. Smoking these cigars, because we done smoked everything. This is the closest thing to marijuana that's going to get you where you need to go with a good drink. And that's what we do. This is actually a tri-blend. This has 3 different fillers mixed together. Peruvian, Ecuadorian, and I won't tell you the third. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool. Man.
Smoke that motherfucker and find out for yourself.
Alright. Well, our compilation, One Love Volume 1 is on its way out, and you have a show-stealing performance on that project, and I say that because we both listen to music, the song, and we say, damn, he took it and he made a story out of music.
Listen, man.
And
Go
wow, it's incredible. Like, wait till y'all hear it. It's gonna be on all platforms very soon. One Love Volume 1. But you had the Show Still in Verse on that record.
Appreciate that.
The way you put that, please explain that if you could.
Well, you sent me the concept, the beat. When you sent me the beat and I listened to the hook, I hit you back in about 5 minutes and say I'm ready. Right?
Right.
You can be a female. You treat her right.
I love that verse on that song, and that is a standout to me. I can't wait for the world to hear that. Please, One Love, Volume 1, on its way out very soon. Please listen to that. I have to ask you though, just being realistic, because we from the same era of hip hop. When hip hop, I mean, at this point, obviously, we saw hip hop change a gazillion different times since,
Cool Hurt.
Yeah.
Melly Mel.
Yeah.
Rock Kim. KRS One. Big Daddy Kane. Rap a lot.
How do you feel about when the change I'm talking about was like between 2006 and 2010, and that change kind of shaped the path the way it would go, or as far as how it sounds and how it looks.
You can go back further than that. If you look at Lil Wayne, I would consider Lil Wayne an entertainer over an artist.
Okay.
Over a rapper or lyricist or whatnot. He could rap. He could be lyrical, but more or less he's an entertainer.
Okay.
Now, if you look at this next generation, that's all his kids. That's his babies. They're all little versions of Lil Wayne.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, first off, let me start off by saying I'm not going to knock anybody from the hood or anywhere that finds a way to feed their family and upscale themselves. Now, do I agree with all the little NCAA track cleats and all whatever names they come up with?
Right.
And how they rap. I come from a lyrical age. So lyrical lyricists can rap. All rappers aren't lyrical.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
So it's a lane for everybody. Just stay in your lane and don't neglect the next lane. You know what I'm saying? That's just like if you're on the 610 loop, you got a lane for slow drivers. You got a lane for fast drivers. You got a lane for the people that ride the wave. But our parents didn't agree with our music for the most part.
Nah, they did.
So I'll give these guys a shot. That's how I found Lil Baby. By giving them a shot. All them Lils and all the babies and all that. You got Lil Baby, Da Baby, Big Baby, Your Mama Baby. You can't keep up with all that.
Right.
But I'll give them a shot. If something catch my ear, it's gonna take you one song to catch my ear to make me look at the next song. If that one song don't catch my ear, I'm not looking at the next song.
Right.
So it's a lot of people that's in this new era that I haven't given a chance to because of that first song I heard. So I'm like, nah, I ain't feeling it. Now Dizzy Wright, I found Dizzy Wright out of Las Vegas. Dizzy Wright go. He go. But if you ask the average Joe off the street, they ain't never heard of Dizzy Wright. Yeah. But that's where I'm at. I'm underground with it. I come from the underground.
Right.
So I'm looking in the underground. That's where you find the real shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like Drake before Rap A Lot. When he was in Canada rapping in the Blackberry. That motherfucker went. And then once he got with Wayne and started singing and shit, he still go. But he's not in my ride. You know what I'm saying? He's not the guy I'm riding around bumping. It's a song or two that like, yeah, that motherfucker spitting. But overall, no. That's not my cup of tea. I don't knock how he get paid and his fan base at all. But I'm an old school era. I still listen to the old school Phase and Cube and Too Shorts.
Thank God for that music, man, because that era was the era that inspired me, you know, when I used to buy those tapes and listen to them. It used to make me want to make the best music that I can make.
Right.
And not sound like who I'm listening to. Unlike what goes on today.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of today is go along, get along. As far as rap, they have lowered the quality of what rap was and diminished the essence of what it stood for. Which is why, you know, platforms like this exist and people that still make music like us still are around making music as well. So before we get up out of here, could you please tell the people where they could find you so they could get these cigars? Where do you be at? If it's a club or a lounge or anywhere.
Right. Like I say, Culture Lounge, most times on Fridays and Saturday nights, you'll see one of me, either me, myself, or one of my representatives posted up out there. You could reach us on 4150 cigars at Gmail if you're looking for a certain blend. Of course, 4150 on Facebook, Reggie P on Facebook. That's where I'm at all day and day. Instagram is under construction. If you want the clothing, the shirts, the hats, the hoodies, we have those at, you can reach us at 4150 clothing at Gmail. We also have an Etsy shop. I'll leave that information with you so that you can put it in the bottom of in the information.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. Well, Reggie P, I thank you for coming holler at me. We got to do it again.
Anytime.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get Flake through here. Shout out to Flake, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to holler at Flake next, you know what I'm saying? And this is Unpopular Honesty. I am Cornbread Capone. I'd like to thank everybody for liking, watching, commenting, and subscribing. And we will see y'all later.